What up, guys? Welcome back. Big fight week, big combat week. On the playground, in the war room, in a fight, there's no better way to bond than beating somebody up or getting beat up. And especially when there's mutual respect. A lot of people were talking about how Jose Aldo and I have come to a place of respect, but we've always had that respect. I found a picture from maybe 12 years ago with me and Jose and John Jones at the steakhouse in Las Vegas, and there's been a lot of times where Aldo's come to Sacramento and had to use my gym. I think even when I was fighting him to train, and I've been to Brazil and I've trained at his gym. There's a lot of common respect, and I've always said for me, Aldo's one of the top fighters of all time. The run he went on, the people he beat, and got a little bit of his momentum and history stolen by that big KO of Connor, who's another savage legend of the sport. And it was funny to see everybody's reaction of Aldo and I hugging it out on fight day or weigh-in day for him. But there's a lot of respect there, and him and I have been cool for a long time. The epic fight, WC 48, between he and I was nasty. I was having a pretty good round. I felt great in the first round, and he started landing these kicks. I mean, it literally felt like a bat was hitting my leg. I remember going back to the corner after the first round, and I had trained for defense for that. I had trained to move my leg and to push kick, and didn't really want to check him, but doing some checking, etc. And the ball on the side of my leg from the two kicks that landed made it so I couldn't bend my knee, and that changed the game for me in that sport, or that changed the game for me in that fight. I literally was, hobbling after the third round, and the leg was like a dead body. For those that haven't seen the pictures, Google Uriah's leg. It's pretty simple. It was black and blue from my hip to my ankle, and it took about a month and a half to recover. And just thinking about it can get my leg tingling. It's pretty cool to see throughout time that fighters who have fought, who have had rivalries, come together and just share the respect, but also the experience. I mean, that's a big part of someone's life, and it takes two to tango, as you know. BJ Penn and Matt Hughes are a good example of that, and the list goes on of all these guys that have fought and lived to fight another day and have respect for each other. So those old rivalries are nasty at one point, but they can at some point dissipate as long as the battle happens. So TAM news, we've got a lot of fights coming up. Ricky Tuchios is in the finals at the Ultimate Fighter. That's going to be a great fight for him. We also had Vince Murdoch, who had a great stint on the show. Just brought in mini Vince Murdoch to the world. So congratulations, Vince, on the baby boy. Vinny said it's like a whole new motivation for life, and I've felt that myself. Obviously, being a dad is best. So congrats, Vinny and mini Vinny and Vinny the First, wherever you are. You may have heard, and you've probably seen, Chad Mendes is looking in incredible shape, and he's just focused on his boxing, bare knuckle at that. So he's making his return to the fight game, but in the bare knuckle arena, the circular arena of the bare knuckle cage. So I can't wait to see that. We don't have an opponent yet, but the preparation is in full swing. It was fun today. At the end of sparring, Chad got in and did his rounds in front of everybody. We literally had 50 people circled around him watching him doing his boxing rounds, and the guy looks sharp, and I feel bad for whoever's going to hit him with their bare knuckles and whoever's going to get hit by him with his bare knuckles. So look out for that. So yeah, Mason's got his rematch. The eye poke stopped the fight last time. We're going to see it again and see the finished product this time, thank goodness. He was already on a great beginning of the fight, and it ended in a lackluster eye poke disqualification draw, I believe. So this time we're going to finish that fight and get the W. Macy Barber, Cody Garbrandt, both in December. That's a long ways away. The preparation starts now. Cody's going to a new weight class. Shouldn't be too difficult for him. He's always been a little bit smaller for 35s, even though he hits really, really hard. So that 25-pound debut is coming up. Don't miss that one. And then we've got Macy Barber. She's scheduled. She's ready to go. She's in the gym training now and looking sharp. So a bunch of people have been asking if I'm coming back. Every month and a half or so, somebody calls me out or mentions my name, etc. I've said it time and time again. I'm not going to fight without a crowd. The money's nice. The competition's nice, but I do it for the full experience. The hair standing up on your neck, the excitement, and fights are back in arenas, so I'm not counting it out. I don't think that I have any kind of opponent picked out. If you look back at the history of me, Jason Ellis, uh, Ellis Mania back in the day, pulled me out of the crowd, fought in jeans, tennis shoes with my hat on backwards. You know I love a good scrap, but it's got to make a little bit of sense, and I'd have to get myself really prepared. I don't want to ever do anything that's half-assed. So the time is running out. I'm getting older every single day, but I don't feel like there's a hard deadline at this point. You know, a lot of my peers, the guys I looked up to in the sport when I first started, Randy Couture, Dan Henderson, guys like Anderson Silva and the list goes on, fought well into their 40s, and I feel great. I retired because I felt like it. I came out of retirement because I felt like it, hanging out with the kids, running business, living the dream. A good fight sounds like a good time. Don't forget about the rematch, 135 pounds, Sterling versus Jan. I don't know how you saw that one. Jan was getting the better of Sterling last time. A definite illegal blow. Did Sterling have to quit? Probably not, but did he want to continue with his title fight, the most important fight of his life, with a handicap? And maybe there was something going on in his head. Maybe there wasn't. Who knows? But no, we'll just do it again, and here we are. Who do you think is going to win that one? For me, I think it's probably going to lean back towards Jan. I think Jan was having some real progress in the fight. It started out pretty close, but was gaining headway. And I've got to expect that Jan's been training really, really hard while Sterling's been recovering. He's had a surgery. He's had a couple other things, but I did see a great sparring match with him the other day, some little highlights of it, and he looks sharp. So good fight. I'm going to lean towards Jan. Who's going to fight after that? Is it Dillashaw? He just had a very close fight. Some say controversial, but why not? People want to see that fight. People are excited to see TJ back. They're excited to see the Sterling Jan fight, and I think it makes sense. So will he be next, and who will he fight? We do not know on either front, but I can't wait to find out. All right, guys, we're going to be doing some more of these rundowns. We've got some guests coming on. We're going to do all sorts of fun stuff inside our building, on the CaliCast, and everything in between. So stay tuned, and I'll talk soon.